Today's show is sponsored by a former guest, the FinTech Group, and their solution for cannabis online companies and dispensaries to accept cashless payments. If you own a cannabis dispensary or a cannabis online business, you know that banking laws make it impossible for you to accept any form of payment other than cash. The FinTech Group finally provides an option that was previously not available. To learn more, go to fintechmerchantaccounts.com/marijuana-dispensaries or listen to Raising Cannabis Capital, episode 55.
What our customers want. When our customers are wholesalers, obviously, and we have that wholesale business model, the only way you're going to understand how to help them sell the product into retail organizations or outfits is by us ourselves being able to say, hey, this is how people shop. This is what their experiences are. It's been nice, really nice to be able to be in that retail environment to really help our customers.
From MJBulls Media, it's the Raising Cannabis Capital Show. I'm Dan Humiston, and on today's show, how this Michigan hemp company has evolved over the last 6 years from being an online reseller to a hemp manufacturer with an actual brick and mortar retail location. Today on Raising Cannabis Capital, we are joined by Mason Koffman from Made by Hemp. Mason, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks a lot for the invitation.
Well, Made by Hemp is a Michigan-based manufacturer and distributor of CBD products, which you guys sell online, but you also have a wholesale business and a retail business, which is interesting. Why don't we start off and talk about the products that you manufacture?
Yes, so we're a CBD wellness manufacturer and distributor as well as retailer. We really started from different beginnings. So 7 years ago, when the hemp industry was, supposedly founded, Jeff Gallagher, the owner, ended up starting a website, and one thing led to another. After a couple months, all of a sudden he realized that, not only helping people, being the goal, but it actually turned into a business for him. So Made by Hemp started, and that was about 6.5 years ago. We were just selling other people's products as an e-commerce reseller. We realized that people started running out of stock. And so as a result of not wanting to be out of stock, he decided, I'm going to make my own. And so he started formulating and making his own product shortly thereafter. And one thing led to another, and it took off. And so since then, we are now manufacturing, moved from an e-commerce company over to a distribution company. And now actually the majority of our business, 70% of our business is actually in wholesale.
I was going to ask you that next. I know you're in wholesale business. I just wasn't sure that 70%, that's a big commitment to that market.
Definitely is. And so, the organization at this point, public knowledge, we're a company that's trending to, a $12 million organization right now. So we're not small in this space. We're not one of the giants, but we're in that middle territory and just trying to manage the business going forward from that point. But yeah, things have really taken off, and we're to the point where we have been approached by some of the large big box retailers that are out there. We've been approached by some of the larger brokers in the space in order to try to get our material in there. And now it's just a matter of just doing it intelligently. We've done it without incurring any additional debt and bootstrapping it ourselves. And now we're kind of at that jump off point.
Yeah. Well, before we get to the jump off point, let's talk about one other thing. I think it's interesting, the retail location that you have. I come from a background from retail background, and I know what a huge advantage it is to get that real-time feedback from your customers, especially as you're starting to talk to retailers about this. You can walk the walk and talk the talk and say, our customers like this. Was that one of the reasons for the retail location?
It's actually the primary reason for the retail location. The retail location was actually thought up as a result of just saying we need to understand better what our customers want. When our customers are wholesalers, obviously, and we have that wholesale business model, the only way you're going to understand how to help them sell the product into retail organizations or outfits is by us ourselves being able to say, hey, this is how people shop. This is what their experiences are. It's been nice. It's been really nice to be able to be in that retail environment to really help our customers.
I think I see it on your website. What I liked the most about it was under the shop section, you've broken it up basically into two categories. And underneath each category is a bunch of subcategories. But just for instance, under shop by health benefits, you have CBD for focus, CBD for pain, CBD for pets, and so on and so on. And then under the other one is, shop by product type. And then you have CBD capsules and CBD concentrates and CBD patches. And when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, I bet that came from the retail store because that's what
It did.
Yeah, and it's brilliant. I mean, it's so simple. It's brilliant.
Really appreciate that feedback too. It's very kind. But yes, I mean, that's really what that came from. When we started the retail locations, we actually were not selling by benefit. But you see how each one of those customers come in, and when they shop by coming in and saying, hey, listen, this is what I have going on. The reality is that CBD in itself is a really powerful supplementary product that you can take as a wellness product that can help a lot of different things. At the retail locations, we noticed customers were shopping in near exclusivity by benefit. And so that's when we started changing our websites and started seeing a definite uptick there. And then even our sales approach internally with our wholesale market, it's definitely been beneficial.
Again, I think that information comes from the front lines, and the best place to get it is right from the customer's mouth. I want to take a quick break to thank all of our Raising Cannabis Capital listeners and to remind you that you can support the show by subscribing to MJBulls Premium. It's only $4.99 per month, and you gain access to all previous Raising Cannabis Capital episodes, as well as all other MJBulls produced podcasts and exclusive content, including companies' investor pitch decks. Go to MJBulls.com and enter promo code RAISING to get your first month free. Well, jump ahead. Give us an idea where you guys are going over the next 12 to 18 months.
So when we look at the space in general, you have the large entities that are already over $100 million plus. We play in that next space, about 20 of us that kind of sit in that $10 to $15 million category.
Yep.
Where we're really playing with Made by Hemp is trying to say, okay, how can we start to really drive business forward where we're not turning away purchase orders? We've been in situations at this stage because we've done everything independently ourselves. Everything's been self-funded. We want to make sure to stay true to our customer service initiative for our existing customers, and then also be able to, still hold true to those quality standards for our future customers. And so we've gotten to a point where we've been turning away that initial order or trying to adjust that initial order in order to make sure that we can grow naturally. Understanding that was kind of a hang up. We already went out and started purchasing warehouse automation equipment. That's next level. And so it allows us to be a little bit more nimble and be able to take on those larger orders and grow with our customers that are also growing in turn. So yeah, I mean, that's really where we're going. It's really that implementation of warehouse automation, that implementation of enhanced customer service as a result of that, as well as enhanced delivery times. And that's going to bring us to the point where we're growing financially.
Well, and that's the thing about a growth company is that you can't walk away from or turn down purchase orders. You just can't because somebody else is right there going to fill it. And so if you want to get the market share, this is the time to get it when the market is exploding like this. Well, it's tough to do it out of cash flow, though. So are you in the process of raising capital?
So we are in the process of raising capital right now. We're looking at a couple different avenues. We have been looking at some standardized lending options, but those standardized lending options still aren't to the level of what we'd look for long term. These lending institutions, I mean, they think in this space, large amount of credit would be, $50,000. We already do that for our customers independently. And so for us, we're looking for, $1 million line of credit or more to try to support really inventory so we can go ahead and front that inventory so we don't have to turn away those purchase orders or have longer lead times if we already had those items actually in stock where we're not manufacturing to order. And that's really key for us.
Yeah.
And so we're already, taking steps to do that. Now, I mean, the big thing is we just want to make sure that we keep intact our company culture. The business has definitely grown organically, and it's been a controlled growth model. And in doing that, we have the right people in place. And yeah, I mean, we are seeking capital, but we're looking for that right investor.
So if there are people that might be a good fit, and they should just reach out to you directly to talk to you about what the options are or what you're looking at?
I do, because I think that at this point, we're really open. We're not a company that's interested in selling off the entire business at this point. So if we have an investor come in, if somebody's looking like in an equity stake, an example, a convertible note is typically what we would look at. And in terms of, an equity play, somebody that comes in with a smaller minority share and wants to play in this space with an organization that's exceptionally stable, a little bit more storied than most in the space because we're 6.5 years old and has a strong track record of a diversified business model, that's definitely us.
Yeah, and I think that checks a lot of boxes for companies or for investors or different people. I think you've checked a lot of boxes. So, I mean, we have so much more to talk about, but I'm sorry, our time's running short. We've been speaking with Mason Koffman from Made by Hemp. And we'll have all of his contact information on the MJBulls website. Any investor information that you have available, we'll also have that on our website. So Mason, like I said, we keep going on forever on this, but it's good stuff. I really appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, thanks so much for your time. I really appreciated it.
Yeah, and good luck with this. Thanks for listening to Raising Cannabis Capital. To learn more about today's guest or to become a guest, visit our website at MJBulls.com. Today's show was produced by MJBulls Media, with original music produced in part by Jamie Humiston. I'm Dan Humiston, and you've been listening to the Raising Cannabis Capital podcast.